Hello, welcome to City Hall this week. Mayor Bill Bell says the city is good and getting better as he enters his last 2 years in office. Instead of his normal speech format, the mayor's annual State of the City address took on a more conversational tone during a fireside chat held before the February 15th City Council meeting.
We're talking about the state of the city, and in my opinion, the state of the city of Durham is good and getting better.
The new format featured former GlaxoSmithKline executive Bill Shore having a conversation with Mayor Bell about the progress the city has made, as well as areas that still need to be addressed over the next couple of years. One of the issues they discussed included what city and community leaders are doing to make sure that affordable housing is available to people at lower income levels.
We've done a couple of things. One, a couple of years ago, the City Council was unanimous in dedicating 1 cent of the property tax to affordable housing. And for Durham, that means about an income stream of about $2.5 million plus. And as the evaluation grows, that would grow. So that's one indication of our support of affordable housing.
Mayor Bell also touched on what the city is doing to address crime and improve community and police relations. Much of this, including the planned use of police body cameras, is being accomplished through the implementation of recommendations by the city's Human Relations Commission.
Another was written consent to search, which they recommended be implemented, and the police department is doing that. But again, when you look at the environment of a community, you look at education, you look at housing, you look at jobs, you look at employment, you also look at crime. And I can tell you that's very high on my list, on the council's list, on the manager's list, on the police department's list to try to see how we can reduce that. And it can't be done just by law enforcement alone. It's really got to be a community effort. The community has also accepted ownership, and to their credit, we're getting more support from the community.
And turning to the growth and transformation that has taken place downtown, Shore pointed to the thriving food scene as an indication of the area's success. He then asked the mayor to look ahead to some of the key projects on the table for the near future.
You've probably seen some of the announcements in terms of the new 27-story residential facility that's going up, which will have commercial in it also. There's no question that if you look at where we want to grow in our community, obviously Durham that downtown is important. We've tried to make it a 24/7 destination point where people are living there, working there, and coming there for entertainment. But we have another hotel that's being, they call it now the Jack Tar Hotel. We have some apartment projects that are on the planning books. I think if you look at what's happening in our innovation district, the last factory that was available for adaptive reuse, the Chesterfield building, that is underway. So I think in the future you're going to see more people living downtown, working downtown.
And wrapping up, Mayor Bell mentioned road maintenance and recreational facilities as two of the biggest challenges facing the city during the time he has left in office.
The infrastructure piece is very important. And one of the questions that people have raised is the issue about roads. And we've got to find a way somehow to get a better handle on how we maintain our roads. I know we've done it in the past. I'm sure we're going to do it in the future. Recreation is another issue in terms of providing adequate facilities for a growing economy. So those things won't get done in the 2 years, but hopefully they'll be on our plate, so we'll be planning for that, and at some point in time they will come to fruition.
Those are just a few of the highlights from the conversation with Mayor Bell. To watch it in its entirety, simply go to the mayor's webpage on the city's website or to the city's YouTube channel. While you're on the city's YouTube channel, be sure to check out the 2015 Annual Report video. This Is How We Do It debuted during the mayor's address. It gives a snapshot of some of the Bull City's successes last year and features the mayor and employees singing along. The first ever combined city-county resident satisfaction survey shows that overall, residents are happy with Durham. The 2015 survey indicates that 8 out of 10 residents feel Durham is a good to excellent place to live and work. In addition to many of the same questions that have been included in the past, this year's survey asked about specific services offered by the county. Here's a look at some of the survey's most significant findings about city services. 7 out of 10 residents said they are satisfied or very satisfied with the quality of life in Durham, a 23 percentage point increase over the last decade. The highest levels of satisfaction were with fire protection and solid waste services. Residents also indicated they would like to see more emphasis over the next 2 years on traffic flow, street maintenance, and public safety. For full results of the resident satisfaction survey, visit the city's website. Those survey results are among the tools the City Council and the City Administration will use in developing next year's budget. The results were presented to the Council in detail during the budget retreat that was held on February 12th. Council members also received an economic outlook for the state and city, as well as financial projections and an update on this year's property tax revaluation and the impact it will have on the budget. The retreat is just one of the steps that are part of the budget development process. A second City Council retreat will be held on February 26th. Coffee with Council meetings will be held with residents through March. Public hearings will be held on March 7th and on June 6th. And the City Manager will present the budget to the City Council on May 16th. The Council will adopt the budget on June 20th. More details about specific Coffee with Council dates can be found on the city's website. Housing for New Hope is one of the organizations that will continue to help the city reach its goal of ensuring that all residents have safe, affordable, and healthy housing. The nonprofit will do this with a specific focus on rapid rehousing for households experiencing homelessness. The City Council approved using $309,000 in federal housing grant funds to support Housing for New Hope's efforts. The organization implemented Durham's first rapid rehousing model as part of the city's response to President Obama's Homeless Emergency Assistance and Rapid Transition to Housing Act in 2009. The city will once again be supporting the Center for Documentary Studies production of the Full Frame Documentary Film Festival. The festival will use $55,000 in city funds to help produce this spring's event. The money will also go toward other events throughout the year that would bring visitors to downtown Durham and spur economic development through cultural arts. In 2015, visitors attending the festival had a total economic impact of $2.2 million and a local tax impact of $92,000. That does it for City Hall this week. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram. You can also find us on demand on Durham Television Network's webpage and on YouTube. Thank you for joining us. This has been a production of Durham Television Network.